Jon Stewart last night talking about files. Oh, nice. Okay. Let me guess. I think Jon Stewart and a lot of like liberals, even like I would say Sam Cedar, have been kind of treating the files not as like a real situation, but more so like a self-own by Republicans because they're so conspiratorial. And there is some truth to the fact that Republicans are hyper conspiratorial, and that is precisely the reason why the Republican base is like really, really agitated. I do think that a lot of the Democrats in the media and Democrats in general are just like kind of prodding on the Epstein stuff exclusively because they recognize that this is a thing that the Republicans are mad about. It causes a real fissure in the base. In a very meaningful way, in a lot more meaningful of a way than anything else, right? And I also am certainly enjoying the fissure that's happening in the base of MAGA, but more so, I'm enjoying Teflon Dawn flubbing on this. Okay, this feels like the only way that you can get Americans to identify an issue from a class dynamic. Ironically, it's not like a Marxian assessment of class, because it has nothing to do with like people's relations to the means of production. You're just like a regular dude. Even if you're like a small business owner, even if you're the petit bourgeois, you still are like, no, I want to know. I want to know about this shit. It's literally like the most 99.9% versus like the super, super tiny 1%, 0.1% issue. This is the closest we've ever gotten to like the entire public unifying on like one singular issue, regardless of their ideological background. It's not like a liberal versus Republican conservative type situation. It's more so elites that run the world type situation where there's no ideological battle lines drawn there. As a matter of fact, the lines that are drawn there are drawn along class boundaries and not, which team you're a part of. Are you a Republican? Are you a Democrat? Like, none of that matters. That's precisely the reason why you got the Hillary Clintons of the world, but then you also have like Republicans that are and conservative political figures, including like members of the royal family, for example, that are involved. This is a unifying problem, and not getting any answers on it, and especially the haphazard ways in which the administration is trying to actively push this down the line and just like have it go away, it's making things a lot worse. They are getting exposed as being duped, and that's what is making them angry. I think there is that because Donald Trump literally says one thing and then does the exact opposite, and then literally goes back on the initial promise that he had made 3 times in a row, making people experience whiplash in the process of trying to. They will literally be like, oh, we hate the tariffs, or we love the tariffs. Thank you for the tariffs. I'm a trade protectionist. And then the next day he's like, no more tariffs. And he's like, oh, brilliant. Art of the deal, sir. Art of the deal. We hated the tariffs, actually. And then the next day he's like, tariffs are back on. He's like, brilliant, brilliant. You're such an amazing commander. You are commanding the economy. So like these guys don't give a shit about being duped on a lot of issues. I mean, look at Medicaid, right? Medicaid cuts. Trump said he was not going to touch Medicaid. He said he was not going to touch Social Security. He said he was not going to touch like any of the welfare, right? And yet they did that. They did that, and everyone shut the up about it. Like the base doesn't give a shit about that. They don't care about being duped on Palestine, for example. Trump, Mr. Peaceful Dove. They didn't give a shit. They did not care about any of that. But this is one thing that they do care about, partially because this is something that is like completely in Trump's control. This is something that they really, really were invested in. So this is definitely causing a fissure. So because of all these questions, it's like many people ask, understandably, like many people have, unanswered questions on the matter, or rather not even necessarily unanswered questions on the matter, but they have, they want evidence to fill the puzzle pieces.
On the DOJ and FBI review, the findings of that review, the Attorney General briefed you on
that.
On what?
On the
DOJ and FBI
on what?
review.
On what subject?
Epstein. Okay. On Epstein, of the review of the files. Attorney General Pam Bondi.
A very quick briefing.
Did she tell you, what did she tell you about the review? And specifically, did she tell you at all that your name appeared in the file?
No, she's given us just a very quick briefing. And in terms of the credibility of the different things that they've seen, and I would say that, these files were made up by Comey, they were made up by Obama, they were made up by the Biden, we went through years of that with the Russia hoax, with all of the different things that we had to go through. We've gone through years of it, but she's handled it very well, and it's going to be up to her. Whatever she thinks is credible, she should release. Yeah.
I don't understand why he's also getting ahead of it. This is when you're trying to get ahead of something that you know is going to come out. Does that make sense? It almost feels like he's trying to set up, he's trying to set expectations that, like, you know, you might hear someone's name on there. You might see someone's name on there, a beloved figure, but believe it, it's because Obama, he put me on it. A lot of phony stuff on there. Phony.
Biden from, you know, we went the Biden from, you know, we went through years of that with the.
So why didn't they release it? Here, this just happened. Question comes in, says, how do you respond to the MAGA base?
Release credible files related to Mr. Epstein. Are you prepared to do that, and when would you do that?
Our memo today, our memo speaks for itself, and we'll get back to you on anything else. I haven't seen all of his statements today. Thank you.
So was it Pam Bondiddy? Pam Bongino.
A base that has expressed a lot of frustration about this.
We're going to fight to keep America safe again, and we're fighting together as a team. That's what's so important right now. You know, we've got a war on drugs. We've got a war on human trafficking. We've got cartels in this country, and we are going to do. We've got foreign adversaries around this world as well.
All right, let's finish this little clip up.
Russia hoax, with all of the different things that we had to go through. We've gone through years of it, but she's handled it very well, and it's going to be up to her. Whatever she thinks is credible, she should release. Yeah.
On Texas, how many more seats do you want the Republicans to?
Russia. Here's another one that bites the dust, by the way. Another Mr. Conspiracy. Also saying, come on, guys, don't care about this stuff.
I'm going to talk about the Epstein files, and I'm going to make the case that even though there are unanswered questions about Epstein, it is in fact time to move on.
Yeah, it's time to move on, guys. Come on. Guys, it's so silly. Move on, please. Why do you care about this? Why does anybody care about this? I don't understand. Come on, just move on, dude. Move on. It's chill. It's fucking lame to care about this stuff. This stuff that I definitely cared about a lot and talked about a lot. Okay? Move on. It's okay. If they threaten you to move on, would you tell Chad? I have been threatened to move on, not by the Jeffrey Epstein stuff. Has there ever been a moment where they've told you to move on? Would you tell us? Yes. The answer is yes. Ironically enough, I just got censored by my fucking ISP, but yes, of course. Look at Israel Palestine for years and years, and I mean, I've been an advocate for Palestinian emancipation for years. Okay. And there was a point when people were like, dude, you got to shut the fuck up about this. My agency told me to dial it back. Every single day I was getting warnings over and over again to shut the fuck up. People were trying to fucking cook me. People were trying to deplatform me. They still are. Okay. It doesn't matter. I never stopped. I am a incredibly stubborn person. I'm telling you, this is an issue that is staying and has staying power because it was such a North Star for so many people.